Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Endless Guy. So I figured out the problem with the bug. I actually got on the GitHub and got a little bit of help. Somebody mentioned it being like too zoomed in. I figured out what the problem was. OBS was zooming in for some reason. It's still kind of persisting, but you can definitely see the buttons now. Like, I fixed the buttons. So they're there at least. They're all the way there when I full screen. But like I actually go into full screen mode. I have it on window version just so I can see what's going on the other one. But it wasn't like that before. Like I had it on this before, and it would still display fine. Not sure why OBS decided to zoom in my whole thing, because I noticed also afterwards, like, my screen was skewed. I think it was because of the Kestrel lookup. It somehow, in there, I hit a hotkey that I'm unaware of is a hotkey for OBS, and it changed something. When I reset, I did a complete reset of my computer. I was really confused because it almost like breaks the game not to be able to hire crew. I mean, you can still do the merchant stuff, but that's no fun. Well, it's fun, but like hunting pirates is really fun though. That's like one of the really fun things about this game, other than the story and literally everything. I like almost all of every part of the game except for this stuff. It's a little bit annoying. Like, pirates being blown up because of the Navy. But then again, it makes sense that the Navy wouldn't leave them to be plundered. Well, now that's interesting. We're gonna hire crew. Here, spaceport. When you have all gathered in the cafe, Tomek explains the situation to you. Alando has arranged for okay. Alando has arranged for a 1-week ceasefire to return the prisoners who have given us their parole. That gives you enough time to transport them to New Tibet and return here. If you encounter Republic ships, do not engage them. Just drop off the prisoners and return. Any questions? Nope. I'm ready to go. Shoot. Oh. Oh, wait, I've got a week? Hold up. Missions. Do I want to go anywhere? That's the question. Where can I hit within a week? I honestly don't really know. We lost a bunch of our fighters. During the battle. Which is kind of a shame. Oh man, that's gonna rub salt in the wound, I just realized. I've got one of their ships with me. Rip them, my guy. Don't know why I'm accepting jobs over up here. Let's just get out of here. Well. Oh, they blew it up. That's fine. Tomek seems relieved to see you all back in one piece. Thank you for your service. Please report to the local militia commanders for your next orders, Captain Firehammer. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, that was to the other people. I was very confused for a second. Captain Firehammer, remain here. After everyone else has left the room, he tells you, I'm sorry, but I've got some bad news for you. We searched the entire outpost on Click. No sign of Kataya. The mines don't know what happened to her, but I'd say it's a safe bet that she's either dead or a prisoner. So what do we know? So what do we do now? The Navy's had 2 crushing defeats. They'll be hesitant to attack us again until the numbers are much stronger. That gives us some time for diplomacy to strengthen our position and look for allies, or at least sympathizers. This is where you come in. I'm going to ask you to carry a diplomatic mission to the Syndicate. Meet us in the spaceport when you are ready. Okay, for this actually, do we want to take... No, we definitely want to take the back street, never mind. Because we might pop out into Republic space and steal... I really want at least a cruiser, if not multiple cruisers, and possibly a couple carriers, if I can get them. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, that's... Oh. How am I supposed to get to... Oh, well, I do have the jump drive. You meet Tomek and Alondo in the spaceport. We've decided now would be a good time for a diplomatic mission to the Syndicate. We've proven that we are a force to be reckoned with, but also that we are open to working for peace. A relationship with the Syndicate would be a significant advantage to us. Certainly not. But they are interested in maximizing their profits, so I hope we can arrange to purchase ship materials from them. And if nothing else, I hope they'll at least promise not to hire out their security forces as mercenaries to the Republic. Reaching the Syndicate space would be difficult once the Navy has time to regroup. This may be the last window of opportunity we get to meet with them in person. I have plenty of contacts in the dirt belt, says Alondo, so if a planet won't let us land, I can just hail them and I should be able to negotiate with them. In fact, I'm hoping that a side effect of this trip will be to judge how much sympathy we have in the surrounding systems. Sounds good, let's do it. Let's get it. I need to reach what planet? Syndicate diplomacy on Marcab. Oh, I'm gonna run out. Dang it, I wish... I might try for a split second. Dude. Okay, wait. Let's, Actually, we need to be guns blazing for this. I'm gonna need to have them wait an umbral for me to get back. Well, we need to be guns blazing that way. We jump out to there. Mate, you wanna go? I need to wait for my fleet. Oh, that's a Falcon board. Not what I thought was about to jump in. And you're done. I should capture every ship I can get my hands on. Even though this millions here, that's gonna go down quick once we get an actual fleet together. Like a... Oh, right. I gotta talk to him. Offer bribe. Wait, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I just bribed him and I didn't want to do that. Oh, wait, I actually have no idea if... Oh, let's test this. Okay. I think. No, I think. Wait. Is this the one? I know this is really random. I need to see which one. You see nothing? Okay. Yeah. Gertab is I think it's on capturable. I kinda wanna see some dudes here. I'm bringing the whole fleet with me, so in case I run into any Republic ships, I can capture them. Because there's no way a Bactrian can go toe-to-toe with a couple of cruisers. Uh-oh. That's not a planet I can... Okay, I have to jump back, and land on... No. Land on Echo. For refuel. That's fine. It's just an Argosy. Jump. Jumpy, bouncy boy. As you land, Alando says to you, "Let me do the talking, please." You are met almost immediately by two men in suits who escort you into a room in the Syndicate headquarters. 6 men are sitting out on one side of a large mahogany comms table. They gesture for the 2 of you to be seated on the other side. You introduce yourselves. "Thank you for meeting us with us," Alando says. "We're always open to new business opportunities," says one of the men, although negotiating with known terrorists is distasteful. He leafs through a folder of papers, pulls one out, slides it over to you. It's a picture of Kataya, and the caption under reads, "Terrorist ringleader captured in raid on Coriemfero system." It's dated a few days after the Navy's initial assault, before you retook the system from them. I'm gonna let him handle this. Alando has turned very pale, but he finally says, "They have not announced this publicly." "No," says the man, "but they have only shared it with certain trusted friends of the Republic. They haven't announced anything because they know she was innocent. She was hunting the terrorists, not helping them." That may be true. I'm willing to believe that you were hunting the terrorists because I'm aware through my own sources that the free worlds secured the services of a certain Eyes Springborn, whose skills would be well suited to such a hunt, and who might not be alive today if you had not given him a reason to leave this sector of space, where he is universally despised. Regardless, we cannot sell weapons to enemies of the Republic. "Piracy is on the rise in the Dirt Belt," says Alando, "and I know you have customers there, such as the Terrazed Corporation. If we can count on you among our friends, we could ensure that your convoys reach Terrazed unmolested, and you would no doubt immediately purchase said weapons from Terrazed," says the man. An old man sitting next to him says, "Of course, such weapons would end up being bought at a significant price markup." He is grinning. You speak for a while longer, but Alonda manages to hash out a deal where the free worlds would defend any syndicate ships they encounter in return for the promise that the syndicate will not serve as Republic mercenaries and will not prevent you from purchasing their equipment indirectly through Terra Z. You thank the syndicate leaders and return to your ship. That was disgusting, says Alondo. I thought it went pretty well. It did. What disgusted me is how those greedy old men were practically salivating at the thought of how much profit they were going to make from this conflict. Anyway, time for us to make a visit to Terra Z. Well, that's pretty convenient. We left our fleet there. Alon does a brief chat with the spaceport controller and manages to get you permission to land. You are led to the Terra Z boardroom, which is different from the Syndicate in one of two respects. First, it's much less fancy, and second, there are women present. Unlike the notoriously misogynistic Syndicate, Terra Z is in fact currently run by a female CEO, Emily Lane. "I am pleased to welcome you here," says Emily. "Many of us are sympathetic to your cause." "Thank you," says Alondo. Although for the first time in being the best way to support us, you may be for you to remain neutral in this conflict. He explains the idea of Terra Z being a go-between with the Syndicate. "I don't like dealing with the Syndicate," says Emily, "but like yourselves, we cannot build ships without the systems they manufacture. Of course, the materials we receive from free space are equally valuable. But if we remain nominally a part of the Republic, they will have full access to the system, including searching incoming and outgoing freighters. True, but a Navy fleet here would be vulnerable to being cut off from Republic space, so unless they want to upcut the whole dirt belt, I do not think they would risk it." They continue talking for a while, and you leave well convinced that Terra Z is willing to support you, and the best way they can do that right now is by remaining neutral. "Now, I'd like to make one more diplomatic visit. The planet of Poisonwood has insisted in remaining loyal to the Republic, even though they are deep inside our space. I would like to meet with their leaders and see if they will reconsider joining us." I'm gonna reload while I'm here. Yeah, because now Wayfarer is neutral, and Gerta, you can't conquer neutral systems because they're neutral. They're friendly with everybody. Why would you fight them? It's like, well, technically, well, I mean, unless you're out to conquer the whole galaxy, which I was. With my last save, that's what I last did, is take over the entire galaxy that I could. Which was it was cool. I liked it because it got more into the tactical analysis of situations, because I would have to be like, gather ships, and then I would like have to have my whole fleet move over here while I did some other stuff. Because I had a cloakable, what's it called? World chip. Which I got legitimately, which was a pain in the butt, but awesome. But, yeah. I just remember because I saw it. We lost one of the Korath chasers and a Finch from that, and I think like a couple of other things. Let's speed up. I want my full speed. Oh, that's a Republic ship. Gimme. I need it right now. No, you blew it. You ruined everything. got another one coming in. On. Oh, wait, it's a cop. Recall. I wanted to protect that. They're taking too much fire. I need them back. I need my guys back. They're gonna end up dying. Where is it going? D. Recall. Did they not? Oh, they blew it up, didn't they? Oh, that's a big boy. That is a big boy. Board him. We got it. Hey! Land. We need to land immediately. Okay, good. We still have both of those. Well, you can see one of them on the screen. I wish that it'd be nice to have a separate spot for fighters instead of just on one thing. Board him. We have two. Oh. It's gonna be a fight to the end. Oh. Okay, that's a little bit uncharacteristic. Would recommend a change in that. That's a little bit uncharacteristic of the Navy to try to capture a ship. Like, you defend and then the Navy comes after you. That's a little bit questionable. We're going over here to grab combat drones. Ow. Why? I don't like that. I really don't like that. I wish they would just be stuck in the system if you didn't have enough space for them, instead of being like, you have to sell them now because in the planet you control, you don't have enough. That's silly. That's silly, in my opinion. Like, why wouldn't they be able to just chill in space until you got a ship that could hold them, instead of having to wait for the ship to jump in and then be able to use it? Well, we've got a Navy cruiser now. Orlando has a brief chat with the spaceport controller and manages to get you permission to land. As you are landing on Poisonwood, Alondo explains that 3 decades ago, this was a slave colony. The Navy was responsible for liberating them, and they still feel a deep debt to the Republic as a result. But even if they do not join us, maybe we can establish more friendly relations with them. Soon after you land, the governor of Poisonwood sends you an aide to escort you to her office. The governor is a woman, probably in her late 50s. As you are speaking, the sunlight occasionally catches her face or arms at exactly the right angle to show the faint, crisscrossing lines of very old scars. She must be one of the slaves who was freed by the Navy. As soon as you are seated, she says, "Now, I don't want to give you a false hope. We will not be joining the Free Worlds." "Understood," says Alondo. "We have come primarily to assure you that the Free Worlds will never attempt to take control of a planet that is not willingly chosen to join us. But, without our support, your world is isolated and vulnerable." "Indeed," she says, grimacing. They talk for a while, but it is clear that she does not think her people would ever support a treaty or neutrality with the rebellion. Finally, she changes the subject. "Captain Firehammer," she says, "what do you believe is the greatest threat humanity faces today?" Ooh, tough one. Return of the Alphas or something like them. Piracy. Yeah. She laughs. Ironic. That's ironic. Oh, I remember. Okay. She laughs. "You must really watch far too many videos. The most powerful species in this galaxy is also the most peace loving. Arguable. Arguable. Trust me, I should know. Here on the edge of human space, we receive visitors on occasion. They do not wait. That's a slight continuity mistake. How would they receive visitors if... That doesn't make much sense. They do not interfere with human events, but they came seeking information on a threat that concerns us both." "What sort of threat?" "Our world was enslaved for nearly a decade. Most of my childhood, we have been little more than an anarchist colony ourselves before that, though, so the Republic did nothing to aid us until the disappearance." What was the disappearance? "I was a teenage slave working in the factories at the time. Exactly the wrong age, as it turned out. One day, the overseers informed us that blah. One day, the overseers informed us that... That's some deep topics. That's a lot. That's a mouthful and a half. So you guys can just read that. I personally believe there's a slight continuity mistake here. My parents said it was because I was so willful and stubborn, too hard to control. But years later, we began to discover that all of us who have been passed on have one thing in I hear that that was common during the Alpha Wars. Alpha genetics were unstable, so they needed hundreds of test subjects to produce a handful of viable alpha babies. Those were evil days. Days that may yet return, she says. Somewhere, maybe even nearby on Bloodsea or Green Rock or Albatross, the remnants of the alphas may still be hiding. Creatures bred to be strong. Well, they're... Well, wait. No, well... Okay. Creatures bred to be strong and clever, able to kill without a hint of remorse. And now that the sector of space is yours, the duty of defending them becomes yours as well. That's why I agreed to talk to you, to warn you of that reality. You and Alonda return to your ship, with one more thing for the fledgling free worlds to worry about. I guess now we should return to Long Jump, and report to the council. Slight continuity mistake. Not gonna say much, other than that these guys, they don't got no stankin' jump drives. While yes, there are planets out here. Yes, and they're alien planets. That's kind of obvious. They don't have jump drives. The nearest people to them, as far as I'm aware, is Terra Z. So how would they have visitors? No sense made. Actually, no sense made. Missions. Oh, wrong planet. Nope, don't care. I could have probably done that with ease, but I don't care. It's 60,000 though. That means nothing. I kind of want a carrier now. I'm thinking about it. Carrier would be nice. You meet Tomek and Freya in the spaceport, and the entire whoa, word explosion. Oh my. You meet Tomek and Freya in the spaceport, and the entire council quickly convenes. Alondo outlines the results of your diplomatic mission, which he believes has been a success. There is one other thing, he says. The Syndicate have informed us that the Republic has Kataya in custody, accused of terrorism. The news shocked everyone. I had begun to worry that was the case, says Freya. Why have they not announced it publicly? I suspect because they know she is innocent. They say it's impossible to tell a lie to the questioners, and in this case, that will work in her favor. You talk for a while longer. Then Tomek says, "Meet me in the spaceport when you are ready for your next assignment. Also, the council has approved a bonus for you. He gives you 20,000 credits, or 200,000 credits." Alright, I've got to meet him in the spaceport. Okay. Restock ammunition. This thing doesn't have... Yeah, no. I'm gonna trim the herd a little bit. The herd. Just because, some of these things I don't need, really, a whole lot anymore. In fact, I'm gonna move all the ones that I think I should probably have. Real quick, oh, wait, I can put 3 in this cruiser, boy. I think I should have, lances in the flagship. I'm picking lances, because I've got some. Thought I had another. Okay, and then just because we need a new... Oh, we do. Oh no. Oh no, we lost the Lightbringer. I have no idea how far back that was. I can't go back and get it. That's actually really upsetting. I was gonna phase it out anyways because it's not exactly the strongest ship in the galaxy. But dang it, man. So we got this pretty well sorted out. We'll keep the frigate. We'll keep the frigate in there, because the frigate's also pretty good. Rainmaker, though, is definitely getting parked. So that thinned it out a bit. Not really. Now that I'm looking at it, we still got... Holy... Oh, that's because I'm also running full capacity. Speaking of which... Yeah, I'm 100% full capacity. Wait. We were supposed to get a mission. You made it up with Tomek and Freya, who are looking over a map of systems. This is a choke point, says Freya, pointing at the Way system. Any attack on us will either come from Way or Lasalith, and Way is much more likely. And that also means that if we can monitor what is happening there, we will have advance warning of any attack. As you may know, the planet Hope is in the Way system. It's a former colony that is now an ice planet. Our plan is to deploy a sensor network on Hope, tracking every ship in the system. Freya designed the equipment so she can explain how to deploy it. Freya explains where on the planet each sensor should be installed and how to cover them in insulative shielding so their heat and energy signatures will be difficult to detect. Once the network is deployed, you'll begin receiving telemetry. A good way to test this is make sure you're picking up your own ship. Any questions? Goes in cloaked. That would be funny. That would be funny if I was that far ahead. There's no way I'm that close to those though. Which there are cloaking devices in this game. That's a big boy. That is a big boy. That's a scary big boy. I need torpedoes. Why would you blow that up? What are those? Okay. This is turning out to be a semi-full-scale battle. We lost one. Which one was it? At some point, we're going to have losses, and I'm going to have to not care. Map. Jump out. And we're taking too many losses. We lost one. We lost... Yo. Huh? Man, I am like slacking off here. I just noticed I also lost... I've lost... Well, it was a big fight. I lost a Falcon in the fight. I lost the Emerald... What's its face? Can't remember what his name was, gonna be honest. Well, I mean, he got its color? Oh, man, and that was the one with the upgrades. Oh, wait, we actually have all of them. Okay. Oh my sweet lord, it was waiting for us. Deploy fighters. Oh no. Outrun him, outrun him, outrun him, outrun him, outrun him. I need a hope for outrunning. I need to recharge my shields. No! We lost them. We're taking heavy casualties. Again. Faster than we can replace them, too. Okay. Whoa. I really want a carrier. They're weaker. They have got slightly less HP and shield than the other guys do. Yep, they're waiting for us. They're static. Gather. Okay, this situation is very, very bad. Oh my gosh. Oh! I had stolen... Okay. I remember now. We're going in on a stealth bomber. Oh no! I didn't get atomics for this thing. Oh, so now you're a small ship. You land on Hope. Place France surveillance rigs in the locations she specifies. Fire them up. Telemetry starts coming in, and they verify that your own ship is showing up on their scans. However, they're also picking up an identified heat signature on another part of Hope. Do you investigate? Of course. You approach the location, flying low to avoid detection, and come upon a Navy gunboat landed on the planet. Some distance away from the ship, several figures in thick snow boots are setting up some sort of equipment with lots of antennae. It seems like the Navy had the same idea as Freya, using this world as a listening post. Your sensors show that the gunboat is powered down. The moment your ship comes over the horizon, they start running back to their gunboat. You destroy the equipment with the few well-placed shots, then train your guns on the crew members who are still some distance from the ship. When they realize they cannot get back to it before being shot, they raise their hands and surrender. You count 7, Whoa. This has got some interesting... Yep. I have a feeling that these have things, so I'm gonna play this nice. We'll spare them. Most ships are equipped with external speakers for exactly this sort of situation. Speaking through them, you tell the Navy crew below. Return to your ship and leave this system immediately. They beat a hasty retreat and fire up their engines. You follow their ship in orbit to make sure it truly does leave the system. I said leave the system. Okay, I'm out then. I'm out of my depth. Retreat. Excuse-moi. Jump out. That's the wrong direction. Jump out. Alright, I don't have the jump drive anymore. Well, not anymore, it's just not on this ship yet. Run. It's interesting, this ship doesn't actually change model depending on what thing you're in. So it doesn't have like stripes and stuff that every other ship in the game has, I think. Except for probably, I would imagine that the Skylark doesn't change color. I would imagine so. I've never gotten a Skylark before, so I don't know. Because I've never attacked the Korg. I could easily do it with my world ship and my other save, but what am I doing? I'm going to Sabik. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with these two for right now. You report back to Freya and Tomek. The sensors are deployed, you say, but I caught the Navy doing the same thing. I destroyed one of their installations, but there might be others. Tomek frowns. What do you think, Freya? I'd say live and let live. We have no plan to expand north, so it doesn't cost us anything for them to know what's happening in that system, and we don't have the resources to spare on sweeping the planet for their sensors. Makes sense to me. Good. Because I've got a much more interesting job for you to do next. The people at Kraz Cybernetics The people at Kraz Cybernetics have a new toy that they want to test out, and I volunteered you to help out. They'll be waiting for you on Rust in the Kraz system. Ooh. I know what weapon that is. That's a fun boy weapon. Wait, is this... Oh. Whoa. Oh, okay, I remember that now. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything about that. Because, no spoiler. You know? Why am I waiting for it? I don't think I need to. Yeah, I definitely don't need to wait. Okay, side note, before I start reading it, Endless Sky Devs. More of this, please. I feel like this mission was fairly recently added in. Probably. But I like the picture. This was a good idea. I know I do like, I like say things and then do nothing about them, but it would be cool to see some, maybe not necessarily needing to go back and do it for every single one, because that would be a little bit weird and a lot of work. But it'd be cool to see, especially for like the tech upgrade ones. It'd be cool to see pictures along with it. Like maybe even if it was just like the picture of the gun or whatever that you're getting to see. I really liked this when I first played through and I saw it, and I was like, hey, wonder if from now on they're gonna do that. As far as I know, this is the only mission that has that, but it was still a very nice touch. You're met in the spaceport by a junior engineer from Crusty Cybernetics, who leads you towards their facility and introduces you to his boss, who's known as Barmy Edward. Edward is wearing a set of thick welding glasses and is smoking a cigarette. Pleased to meet you, he says, extending a hand that is encased in a heavy leather glove. Pleased to meet you too, sir. Don't call me sir, he says. I'm not wearing a suit. Sorry, you say, but it's all these malicious habits I'm learning. Of course, he says. Anyway, I bet you're wondering what new toys we're gonna let you play with. You not. He says, we've been trying to come out with a weapon for our capital ships, something that's a match for one of the Navy's heavy laser turrets. Something that's more elegant than those awful blaster turrets the Syndicate makes. So I thought, why not take the biggest thing we've got and mount a pair of them on a turret? He beckons you to follow and leads you through a door into a hangar. In front of you is a turret. It's almost absurdly large, with a pair of plasma cannons mounted on a massive rotating base. 60 tons, it says Barmy Edward. Draws more power than, well, anything else practically. Runs a little hot too. It kind of mesmerizing, huh? So where do I come in? Well, the council says no testing against the Navy yet. No point in provoking a fight just to try out an untested weapon. So I asked them what other target they could suggest. They mentioned a pirate ship named the Red Nile that's been haunting the Idaria system, sniping on merchants that take a wrong turn and end up there. With a grand gesture, he indicates an aging Terrazed Falcon parked in the far corner of the hangar. It's a little rusty, and the paint is flaking, but a Falcon is an impressive ship under any circumstances. Well, I mean, unless you got a Bactrian and a Kestrel. A Kessel, it's just like the planet from Star Wars. It's like a massive rock floating through the spaceport. With a grand gesture, he indicate. Oh, wait, I already read that. We packed 4 of our prototypes onto onto the department's very own test ship. That's a tongue twister of a name. The Walloping Window Blind. We can't let her fly her, of course. On the count of she's dearer to us than our own children. So the plan is the window blind will accompany you to Idaria, and you fight the pirates together, taking note of how the guns perform. Sound like fun? One of those antiques from Beetlejuice, he says. Shouldn't give you any bother. Meet us back here when you're done. When you land on Rust, it seems like everyone in the spaceport is talking about a recent news story. The Navy has just announced the formation of a new regiment called the Oath Keepers. This regiment is staffed mostly by the prisoners you paroled from Coriempharos, who want to honor their oath and to take no further part in the conflict against the free worlds. They will be headquartered on Farpoint in the far north to defend against the region from pirate incursions. Furthermore, the leader of the Oath Keepers will be Admiral Danforth, an elderly admiral, who is something of a folk hero and is spoken of with admiration and respect even here in free space. Although he was not the one of the paroled prisoners, he has become an outspoken advocate for a diplomatic solution to the free world's conflict. And it's heartening news, but you can't help noticing how many people in space are talking about how The Navy is really full of decent and honorable people. It's a shame that the free worlds had to fight them, but and it's a shame that the free worlds had to fight them. By responding to your generous gesture with one of your own, the Navy has won a definite political victory, and given that they needed to defend the North anyways, it's a victory that cost them very little. So, Navy getting into politics. Where are we going? Oh, we were literally just there. I was just talking about that system. We'll wait on Zug. Well, wait, let's just go. Imagine if I defeat it before it even gets here. That would be comical. No. Boredom. Haha! Attempt capture. Done. Yeah. Done now. Jump out, jump out, jump out, jump out, jump out. Saved it. Land. Hire crew. Hire. Hire, hire, hire. Probably not a smart idea to be flying a full... Dude, I want one of those, man. I don't think I can even buy that yet. What can I? But if I'm going to replace the a light bringer with anything, it's gonna be a Navy carrier. When you enter the hangar, the window blind is just returned, and a team of engineers are looking it over. Farmy Edwards puts down his work to come over and debrief you. How did the turrets perform? They didn't even shoot. That should be an option. That should be an option. Very impressive. I want a few of those for my own ship. Yes, he said. The team sent me some videos of the battle. First-rate carnage. I was very pleased. Any weak spots you noticed? Yeah. I got to the ship before you did and blew it to bits. And then boarded it. And then stole it. It seems like the only way to fit It seems like the only way to fit a gun this big on most ships is by leaving half the hard points empty. It's a bit impractical, it's true, but most ships are designed expecting to be equipped with a large number of smaller guns. But we think this might open up some interesting directions in ship design. Do you know what my next assignment is, you ask? Yes. Leading a supply convoy to the front. You can meet up with them in the spaceport. Oh, and thank you for your help. He hands you 200,000 credits to help pay for your first plasma turret once we get them on the market. I might purchase some of those. Well, I might. They're decent. They're these things, but on turret mounts. No, I've got particle cannons, man. You can't beat good parties. Map. Where are we going? We are going to the spaceport. Right. In the spaceport, you meet up with a woman wearing a militia uniform and carrying a clipboard. Are you Captain Firehammer? She asks. You nod. We have a large shipment of weapons and equipment that needs to go to the militia's base on Long Jump. Your job is to make sure that none of these ships get lost in transit. She points to a large landing pad where you count 10 star barges lined up on each other. Isn't it risky to transport valuable cargo in such... I want to see somebody do all of these missions in a star barge. That would be funny. I might do that at some point. Play the game in, like, a live stream or something, and, like, only use a star barge and just get, like, right into the missions. Or, like, pick a ship, and then it's, like, pick a really bad ship, and just only do the missions in it. In this... Oh, wait, I already read that. Oh, you know what I just thought of would be funny to mess with? I think it would be really funny just to do endless guy messing around videos in a save file of some sort, where we actually like we like open up the save file and like mess around with things in it, and like get like a ship to just go like supersonic speed. That I think that'd be really funny. She points to a large landing pad where you can't send starboard. Yeah. It would be, except for our free world's military presence has basically eliminated piracy in the rim. In any case, we're saving a lot of money on crew salaries by using ships that can be piloted by one person. Okay, I hope you're right. Shipyard, what's here? Purchase. I can buy one. Cancel. I can buy those now. Cool. Yeah, because I'm a part of the free worlds. Why wouldn't I be able to buy those? What do I have in my Oh, wait. I've seen Navy ships actually use this. Tip of the hat to my good friend Delta. Yes! That's even better. That's even funnier. Not only, it's a reference inside of a reference inside of a reference. Because they're like finches, and those go in the air, and they're also green, so it's kind of like Rayquaza, you know? Well, not like Rayquaza, but it... like the green Delta, the Delta episode from Oraz. And then I've got a friend who uses the gamer tag of Delta. And then it's in all caps, like Delta Airlines. Delta 2. Because I have it on all caps because I've got speed up still on. Delta 3. That's funny. I don't care who you are, that's funny. And then they've got 10 star barges. I think I actually said that in the thing, but it's fine. It's fine, I'm still allowed to find that funny. Seriously, go away. You're done now. I'll board him just for extra cash. You make sure that all 10 star barges have landed safely, then report to the quartermaster. He thanks you for your work and mentions that Tomek has asked to see you in the spaceport bar. Outfitter. What do we have in here anyways? Right, we got the... I have a lot of outfit space free. Oh, they don't sell those. In cargo. Oh yeah, I don't know if I showed this in the last episode. I can't remember, but we got high ones inside because they take up less space and they gave more than having the not as although they're more human ones go to a more powerful range than the high ones. The high ones take up less space. Yeah, and I have 0 engine capacity left. Yeah, this is the best we can get. Quantum Keystone. What else do we want in this thing? Now, there's a large one of these. We go after one of those. But at the same time, that would be a lot. That would be very hard to do. Because I believe one of the only ways you can get those is on Korath world ships. Well, no, we're not even going to mention the other ones. Not even going to mention them. Right. Spaceport. Tomek is sitting at the bar with a galactic map and a tumbler of whiskey. I'm just picturing, like, you know, Tumblr, the website. I'm picturing like a Tumblr logo, but in the shape of a cup. The map has notes written all over it, with lines marking the current free worlds and Republic territories. Good to see you, Cairo, he says. I hope whatever weapons I wanted to call him Barney, but it's Barmy Edward. Had you testing worked well. Most of his inventions are pure genius, but some of them are just bizarre and useless. You described to him the impressive performance of the plasma turrets and the challenge of finding a ship with enough size for them. Excellent, he says. That opened up some interesting tactical possibilities. Now it's time to switch gears entirely. But now it's time to switch gears entirely. He moves out the map, sweeping a tray of peanuts and crumbs off of it. Apparently he's been sitting there for quite a while. Right now, he says, the Navy is leaving us alone. We have no reason to attack them. So, the Council has been turning its attention to other matters, namely the pirates. They have been a big threat to our shipping, and plus, if we were to do something about them, it would gain a whole lot of support in nearby systems who have not yet joined us. Agreed. So here's the plan. Ooh, salary raise. Heck yeah, my guy. So here's the plan. These 4 systems belong to pirates. He points them on the map. We want you to scout out all 4 systems. Just a quick fly through. No need to land on their planets. I'm gonna land on them. You guys know where this is going, hopefully. Then report back to us. We'll decide what our next step will be. As you're about to leave, he says, oh, one more thing. You've been approved for a salary raise to 800 credits. We figured that helping you maintain a slightly larger ship is a worthwhile investment. Congratulations, Captain. I mean, the next step up is a world ship, my guy. Which I wish wasn't the case. There should be a middle ground between those two. Well, actually, there should just be something better than the world ship. And the world ship shouldn't be as hard. Well, no, I like the world ship being like... Because it's like you're almost conquering a world when you take it over. Which I kind of like. We're going to go to Beta Lupi. Oh, no. Furcad. Okay, what did we pass through? Okay, there's people there. Jolly Roger. Land. Solace. I know I said I was going to use those, but I want to keep that thing protected, because I need a carrier for that thing. Because fighters are good in only certain... In big fights, you can't get out your fighters. They're good for tracking down other smaller ships that are running away, like missile boats and stuff. Unpark those. We should move these up too. We've already got Air Force 2 out. Unpark that cruiser as well. Semi-sizable fleet. Whoa, wait. That cruiser's on Corey Ampharos. Unpark. 1, 2, 3, 4 drones for it. RNS Greylock. I like having what goes in that ship right under it. It looks better to me. I know it doesn't end up getting assorted that way. It's just how I like it. Do we have everyone in the system? We do have everyone in the system. Map. Beta Loopy. This is where I wish I had a hyperdrive installed. Because this bit is a bit obnoxious. Destroy him. Good. Get ruined. Whoa, slow down. Deploy all fighters. Recall. I will sit over you to protect. Just get to safety. That's top priority, is get them to safety. Hey, there we go. Wait, is there Falcon anything in the system? I'm wanting to grab some of these ships just to have kind of cannon foddery ships. Not necessarily that, but just like ships to have to bulk up the fleet, you know? Just some padding. We lost 2 drones in the fight. Dang it, that was literally worthless. Okay, well we gained that. Attack. Going land. Board. Get back to Vanguard. Boom. Hold up, how long will we be going? Okay, that's actually gonna do it for the episode. In the next episode, we will finish conquering the Southern Pirates. If you liked it, I don't know, there might be a like button, I don't know, possibly. My dog's doing stretches. It's very cute. I will see you guys in the next episode.